There's a mouse in the shop. It's a big one.
That's a mouse killer right there.
Can you sit?
She hunts mouse.
Can you sit?
Mice. Mouse.
Can you do roundup?
Mises?
Mises.
Sit.
Jesus Christ, this wheel is
Do roundup?
hammered.
Yeah.
Lay down.
Mega hammered. Look at that thing.
Lay down.
Looks like it has psoriasis.
Psoriasis is a serious thing. You can get treatment at www.idon'tgiveaboutyourproblems.com.
Look at this little angel right here.
Little angel.
Oh.
Like a little angel on crystal meth. Ah, little wild one.
I've been doing computer work all morning. She's been in my lap, just chilling. And it is another day here at the KRUESI Original Shop. We are back on doing a bunch of just random shit. Trent is pulling the tire off of the lowrider. Actually, that's not a lowrider, that's a Super Glide. I'm gonna call that just the 05 Dyna that we are building. An 05 Dyna that we are gonna be building to sell. It's gonna be loaded up with all the KRUESI Original stuff, so it'll be a whole lot of how to install our parts and how we do with stuff and all that shit. And then the thing will be for sale for whoever wants to buy it. Trent's popping the tire off right now.
There's a bunch of weird shit coming off of this thing.
Oh, they put some bead glue on it at some time. Oh, bead glue.
So he's gonna pull that off. Oh man, our shit just broke on our tire machine too. So he's gonna pull that tire off, gotta pull the bearings out. We're gonna drop that off at cash so it can get vapor blasted, and then it'll look like a brand new wheel. I'm gonna make this thing as fancy as possible. I'm gonna pull the petcock out of the chopper over here, the non-going chopper battle. And then we're gonna take a drive down to Fodrell's. It is a pre-runner shop that is, it's like a two-story shop full of pre-runner parts, and hopefully they have the right heims that I need, because FDF did next day out some new heim joints for me last week. These guys, these aren't the ones they next day. They next date them, and FedEx lost my shit. So it's somewhere in Tennessee, unbeknownst to any of them, and they don't know shit, and it's already been a whole entire week since they next date them, which Ethan from FDF said that he would next day out another set this morning. But I am not gonna play that game again, because I think there's storms and all kinds of crazy shit going on in that part of the country, so people aren't moving, and I want to drive my car. I'm sick and tired of this thing being in the way. For one, it's really hindering us finishing this bike that I need to get over here, and I want to drive this thing. It's just been like endless disappointment, and it's like the season right now for us to do this in Arizona, and I've already missed 4 weeks of it because I've been waiting on these parts. And before you know it, it's gonna be hot as hell, and I'm not even gonna be able to drive this big V8 in Arizona because it's just gonna light on fire. That being said, I'm gonna pull some shit apart. What do you got here, Trent?
This is why we don't like to take in motorcycle work anymore, of all these old clap bikes.
What is this?
Tire slime, apparently, from what I'm being told.
This is what tire slime does to the inside of your wheel.
When you have a flat, just fix it.
Yeah, just get a tire or
Just
fix the flat.
fix it.
If you can't afford to fix it, maybe sell your bike, because you're not really in the right place in your life right now. Because if you got to do shit like this is going to cost you so much more money down the road than just doing it right at the time. And if you can't really, I understand you can't always afford to do shit, but if you can't, maybe just don't do the shit. Just wait. Wait till you can do it right.
If you brought this in for a tire change and I saw this when I pulled the tire off, I'm charging you an extra hour of labor to clean this off.
At least.
At least.
Yeah, so, I mean, you're probably looking at like an extra $200 bill right there for us having to deal with that shit. So, do it right in the first place, or don't do it. You can always pop the tire off and patch a tire. You can stick a plug in them. We do that all the time. Stick a plug in it and do a burnout for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've known that bike longer than me, it seems like.
Just about. I'm about there. So I was just going to pull the petcock off really fast, but of course this is a nice chopper right here, who is just wonderfully designed, where the petcock was put right beside the gas tank mount. So I can't just take the petcock off. I got to remove the whole entire gas tank from the motorcycle because it hits this. They could have just, you know, moved it back 1/2 of an inch so you can make it serviceable. If you think ahead when you do things and you make things serviceable, it sure makes things serviceable when the time comes, but not today. Pulling the gas tank off just for the 175th time.
During the giant chopper fads, when everyone was building a chopper and Orange County Choppers and all those shows and Biker Build Off made everyone a chopper builder, everyone was not a chopper builder. Everyone just had a bank account that could pretend to be chopper builders, and they did a lot of really poor design work during that time. This was like the beginning of my career coming into that world, and it was a lot of just, the stuff looked really good from a ways away until you had to work on it or service anything or something like that. When I worked at Nasty, it took 8 hours to change a rear tire on their Afterlifes that they had. They're like Pro Street choppery kind of thing. 8 hours. You had to disassemble the whole back half of the motorcycle, which was a whole bunch of just unbelievable trash, all jumbled together, just to get the wheel out, so then you could battle a 360 millimeter rear tire that was so big. It was a brutal time to be a motorcycle mechanic, quite honestly. Now, you know that I bitch a lot about Harley Davidsons, but I will take working on that M8 over there any day of the week over working on a chopper. Choppers are simpler, less moving parts, but none of them ever on any of these that were not designed, they just weren't designed well ever back then. It was a lot of just jam it together and make sure that it looks good. They were all garage queens for the most part. It wasn't like you're really gonna ride that thing. I don't even think they're ever really that safe to ride. You had to have some serious balls to be riding a chopper around. At least of those kind of choppers. Ride an OG one. Real chopper, real choppa. I wouldn't call, would you even call that a chopper?
I mean,
What genre would that really be?
that's like a Pro Street chopper.
Pro Street was all low though. They didn't have the long front ends and all that
Well,
shit.
yeah, that's what makes it a chopper, but I mean, everything else about it, if you put all that in a soft tail, that'd be a Pro Street.
It is a soft tail on top of it.
Well, yeah, that too. That's another thing. Soft tails aren't choppers.
No. I mean, originally they were called choppers because they chopped everything off of them and made them bare minimal Harley Davidsons.
Just
That
because you
was-
chop your fender off doesn't make it a chopper
Or a
either.
side grinder. Man, when I went to MMI, everybody was going to be a custom bike builder, you know, so the first thing they did was just hack the fender off the back of their Sportster with a side grinder, and boy, they had something custom. Hacked off fenders and strutted hard-tailed rear ends.
That was still a thing when I went to MMI.
That's everybody. Everybody's coming from their little towns of Podunk, whatever the f***ing.
Being the next Jesse James.
Yep, I'm gonna be. I built a hardtail frame for a guy's Sportster. I built him a frame, and then he was supposed to do the rest of it because he was gonna be the next Jesse James, but he had me do all the work. And he's like, "I'm gonna be the next Jesse James, bro." You know what I'm saying? I was like, "Why the f am I doing all the work then? If you're gonna be the next Jesse James," I was like, "You went to MMI. Why don't you do all this shit yourself?" I didn't even want to do the job. But I did. Turned out pretty rad though. I just got a bad attitude about choppers. I'm sorry. I apologize for my attitude. I've had a bad attitude lately, actually. Just about everything. It's been a bad mood. Car's really pissing me off. I really want to drive something. My motorcycle's broke once again. Blew the clutch hub nut out of it. I'm just sick of having to work on my shit all the time. I abuse my shit. Do I deserve to have to work on it? Yes, because I abuse the hell out of it. But that's what I want to do with it. And it just sucks. I feel like I could just get on a CBR 600 and just beat the living death out of it for 2 years and never have to do anything to it.
Yeah, then paying somebody to do it, you always get just shit work no matter what.
Every time. Every time I'm like, I don't have the time and I don't want to do this, so I pay someone else to do it. That bites me in the ass so hard every time, which is frustrating because I would rather pay someone else to fix my car and do that stuff so I can keep running forward with the business that pays me money. But I can't. There's nobody out here in Phoenix. Nobody that I know. I'm sure there are out here, but anybody I've had working my shit out here is not it. I need a good wilding out day just getting really off. I haven't gotten off in a long time. You know, every once in a while you just really need to get off, you know, and you feel better.
Really just
You
release
feel
some
like shit
demons.
the next day for sure, but it's just like one of those mental getting off reasons.
Is today the day?
Yeah, I was saying, my father-in-law, which he's cool, but
He's not waiting his turn.
I'm that son-in-law that goes to dinner with my straight-laced parent, my straight-laced parent-in-laws, and I get just hammered, slur and talk a bunch of shit that nobody wants to listen to.
Now we're seeing why he wanted you to do this.
We don't smoke marijuana
Yeah, this job sucks.
at KRUESI Originals anymore.
There isn't a lot of quiet time at KRUESI Originals if you haven't noticed.
Some still does, and I'm
Continues.
jealous as a street walking whore.
If he's not yelling or getting pissed, he's singing.
Don't forget when he's telling us a story about historical truth.
Or Vikings, Supernatural. Usually it's on. Or how the Beatles suck, apparently. We got an email about how the Beatles don't suck from a dude. It wasn't like bad or anything, but he sent like photo proof and shit. It's like, guys, don't take the shit he says that serious. It's only his opinion.
It's his channel, so he gets to say what he wants.
Yeah. Make your own YouTube and then you could spout how great the Beatles are. I hate this job. Get a phone call. Joey Dorado. What's up, dude? Say hi to the YouTube.
What's up, YouTube? Oh shit, you guys are selling?
Yeah, I'm on camera right now. What's up?
Oh damn, dude.
What you got?
Hi. Say hi to the people. This'll definitely make it up.
Sean comes around every once in a while and does weird shit with dogs for us.
Right?
Sean welds up all of our K-bars. All this stuff stacked up over here. All that big steel crash protection that you guys buy from us. Sean be the welder. He be the welding guy.
The bagger K-bar coming out soon.
Coming out soon.
Keep
We
an eye out.
made it a year ago.
No, not quite, but close to.
Almost.
Yeah.
It was winter time last year. That's what I need to get this car out of the way so I can roll this bagger over here and we can finalize, tack up the last mock-up version of our K-bars for baggers, for touring models. But I got a Corvette in the way. Eventually, we're gonna make that happen. This sucks because I'm so excited about my car. I'm so like, this is something I've wanted. It's something I did when I was in my youth. Like, I was so obsessed with drifting when I was young. But I lived in this small little hick town that had no opportunities to do any of that. Now I actually have real opportunities to do something with it and like make something of it. So I'm taking it very seriously. Like, I quit smoking grass because I want to treat this like an athlete getting ready for some sort of competition. I want to be good at this. And not necessarily do I want to compete. No, I don't want that stress. I don't want any more stress in my life. But I do want to be good and I do want to shred with my friends. And that's mainly what I want to do. And the car, I feel like it's just been fighting me and I've just had one problem after another. And it's just been nothing but disappointment for like the last 4 months. And it's been very depressing. Because I really, really want to shred my car. And I haven't got to. And we have a very limited like season of doing fun shit in Arizona because if you don't know, it gets goddamn hot here. And right now is the time. And my car has been just not it this whole time. It's ruining my life. I just want it to come together. I want to go burn tires with my buds. Something different, you know. It's like I do this stuff every day. I still stunt ride. I still love Harleys and doing all that shit, but like some new challenge. I've been stunt riding for 15 years. Like, there's not much challenge. I'm gonna go whirly-do and whirly-do and wheelie and whirly-do again. Like, I've done it all. I want something to get back into, because when I was young there was no like place to go drift or anything like that. I had drift cars and we'd slide around some mountain roads, but nothing. We sucked. There was no way of really getting good at it because there was no lots, there was no tracks, there was no nothing. And now I can really do something with this, and I really want to do something with it, and I really want to do something with it now. So that being said, me and Trent are going to take a drive down to Fodrell's, and hopefully they have Heim joints down there. Petcock's out. I gotta go get another one of these because this little bastard is now leaking out of the end of the pin right here. Which it didn't before, and now it does. But on a good note, look how clean that filter is. And I just ran a bunch of gas through it, so that is a really, really good sign. The tank is looking a lot better. That makes me a lot happier. It's doing pretty good. I'm pretty stoked. I think that's it. Oh, one thing I should mention is that we are doing a stunt show March 2nd down Tucson, Arizona, Tucson Drag Strip with Modded Culture. They're going to be doing, they have one of the largest, world's largest, they got Arizona's only dedicated drift pad. They're having one of the largest sideshow takeovers legally in the state down in Tucson Dragway, and we're going to ride stunt shows down there on March 2nd, so come out. It's got a big wild party and just chaos. I'm not into the sideshow shit, but if you've ever seen a legal sideshow throwdown, it is probably one of the most entertaining things you'll ever see in your life. Nothing but limiter and people hanging out the windows like fools. Just, it's chaos. It's great to watch. We're going to be down there, Modded Culture. We're going to be doing a bunch of stuff with them, but it all starts March 2nd. And we're gonna have a little private track day down there at a private track, a little bit of private drifting that will have a bunch of content coming out hopefully soon. And hopefully have a goddamn car ready by then. I'd like to have a little practice by then because the last drift event we went to, I sucked so bad.
That's impressive.
Yo, I found one. Let me get over there and see.
3481.
3481 for Taco Bell.
34.80. Inflation is a mother, ain't it?
It's Taco Bell truck lunch vibes.
If you behave, we'll get that for you for Christmas.
Oh, I wish. I got a little happiness in my life right now. We just stopped at Fodrell's. It is an off-road, mostly like pre-runners and like trophy truck stuff like that shop out here. It's big. It's kind of like a superstore of parts, and they had a bunch of rad shit in there. But they had Heims on tap, every size, every grade, everything you need right then and there. So I bought some more. They were expensive. Really sucks to buy an expensive kit like that and then have to go buy parts to replace the parts that were wrong in it. But I also don't want to wait another goddamn 2 weeks and miss another weekend and not be able to drive my car again and again. I'm gonna go back to the shop and I'm gonna put an angle kit on the Vette. I'm so excited and intimidated because I don't know how to set up any of the alignment shit, but we're gonna figure that out. So I went and got new Heims and nuts and everything, and one of the nuts, the brand new ones I got, the threads look like a beaver chewed them out, so it won't even thread on. I went next door to Down and Out, and they just happened to have one of these laying in their toolbox drawer randomly in a, just right there, boom, found it. Can't even believe it. Lucky so far. Maybe the tides have finally turned. We fur-bowed the car. It's different out here, it's been fur-bowed. Not to be confused with foo-barred, which it has been this whole time, but now it's fur-bowed, so everything's beautiful. Evil spirits be gone. So yeah, I got the Heim joints from Fodrell's. I got 2 of them in. Oh, actually, I got all of them in. These are all the old ones that were wrong. So I got a whole lot of left-hand Heims, if anybody needs some. And FDF is still sending me a whole set of them, which I told homeboy to just send me his address and I'll send them right back to you when they get here because I don't need them. But they did quite go out of their way to try and get them to me. Just FedEx is the one that dropped the ball real hard. Lost my shit, and I don't trust them not to lose it again. So I'm not messing with them fools. I put a little anti-seize in all these threads because this stuff is all where you make all your adjustments, and I don't want to deal with it being shitty down the road. So I'm gonna anti-seize everything before I put it together as far as where the arm adjustment shit goes, which there's a crazy amount of adjustment in this. It's very intimidating because I don't know anything about any of it. I have done hours and hours and hours of research on how to align these, and I know like where they need to be set and kind of where to get to pull the measurements and all that, but I don't know, like I have no experience on which one of these doodads you start twisting first, you know? So it's gonna be a real challenge. It is crazy adjustable. But I am gonna take it to port. If I get it all together in time, I gotta go load that YouTube video. And then I gotta go to dinner tonight. God damn it, I got so much shit to do. If I can get this all done in time, then I'm going to take this to Poor Boy's Diesel tomorrow and put it on their rack. Rob Racks is gonna help me dial it in. On that note, I need to get to work. If I didn't have to go to dinner with the parents-in-laws, I would stay here all night and finish this shit. But that ain't gonna happen.
Stop making all that noise, Chris.
Aye.
Peace.